We are continuing middle school math, made easy, simple visual math, the topic of working backwards to find the length or width in a rectangle. So here we are continuing from the last video. In the last video we worked with formulas and we just worked quote unquote forwards and just substituted the values and did the operation. Here we're going to work backwards. It says find the length of the rectangle and they give you the width is 7 units, the area is 413 square units. So in the other problems in the previous video, they gave you the length and the width, and they asked you to find the area, and here they're giving you the area and they need you to find the length. So it is different because we're going to have an equation to solve and we have to work backwards. Before we continue with this problem, please note if you like this, how this is set up with visuals and step-by-step guides, you can get worksheets like this on different topics in middle school math. Please click on the links below. Amazon, Teachers Pay Teachers, follow me on Pinterest. Make sure you hit the subscribe button and hit the notification bell for more videos like this on middle school math. So let's jump right in. What I see a lot of students do with these types of problems is I see students go like this. They say, oh, this is an area problem. So I know to find the area of a rectangle, we multiply. So they just say, oh, I just take the two numbers, 413, and I multiply by the next other number, the 7. And that's what they do. And this is wrong because here, if you look carefully, they're giving you the area, 413 square units, and they're asking you to find the length. So we're going to use the formula, and you can use this skill. This is a very important algebraic skill for any problem where you're trying to find something using a formula. And what we're going to do is we're going to use the skill we've used in the last video and continue using the skill of substituting whatever we do know, whatever values we do know for those variables, and then what we do not know or what they're asking us for, we're going to use a variable, a letter, to represent what we don't know. And then we're either going to have an equation to solve, which we're going to have here, or in the previous video we just had to do the operation. So this involves more skills and we are going to jump right in. We're going to start with this formula. The formula for the area of a rectangle is A equals LW, and we went over last video how LW means to multiply. So let's jump right in with A. Area. Do we know the area? Yes, we do. That is right over here. The area is 413 square units. So we're not going to keep it as A. We're going to write it as 413 because we want to make it easier for ourselves and get rid of as many variables as we can. And we only want at the end there should be one variable and the rest should be numbers to make it easier to get the answer. Now L, so do we know the length? Well, no, it says find the length. So that means that's where we're going to use a variable. And we're just going to use the same variable, L. So when do we use a variable? When it's something that we do not know, when they did not give us the information, or if they didn't give us the information and they didn't give us any other information that we can use to figure it out. We do not have enough information right now to find the length, so we're just going to write L for now. W width, oh, the width is given to us, that is 7, so we're going to write 7 instead of W. So this is our new equation that we are going to use, and now the reason it's an equation is because it says 413 equals L times 7. We don't know what L is. We have to solve for L, and then that will answer our question of what the length is. So either you know to work backwards and do the opposite operation, inverse, and you know what to do. If you need help solving this equation, then you can use this flowchart here that I have put here, this visual. And the way we fill out this flowchart is this flowchart that I have made a rectangle around in blue, is what we're going to fill in what we see in the equation. So I see that variable, we always start with the variable here, is being multiplied by 7. And then I see it's equal to 413. So we always put the number that's by itself with no variables on its own side here. And then we put it here. So now the second flowchart here is a very important flowchart, and we're going to use this flowchart that I'm going to put in red, this one, to solve. So the first flowchart will help us figure out what to fill in here, and then we're going to use this to solve. So what we do is we look at this rectangle here. It says times 7. multiply by 7, and we put the opposite. The opposite of multiplying by 7 is division by 7. And then this, once this is filled in, we just ignore this, and we just start solving using whatever it says here. This is important that you understand. You can see with your eyes that we are starting from the bottom, 413, and then the arrow says to go up this way. So we're doing 413 divided by 7. We are not doing the opposite order. We are following the order that this flow chart tells us to do. So into your calculator, you can put 413 divided by, let me fix that because that looks quite messy. So again, we are following the steps in the flow chart, but we are also following the direction that the arrow tells us, and the order is important here with division especially. And it says 413 divided by 7. It has an arrow to divide by 7 after that. And that is going to help us find the length. So we're going to do 413 divided by 7. Either you're going to work it out long division or you're going to put it into the calculator, and that is equal to 59. So this is our answer. Usually we put it here, but now here we're going to go back to the question. It says find the length, and the L here is 59 units. It is not square units because it is not the area that we're finding. We're just finding the length. So the answer is 59 units. And what we can do to check this to see if this is correct is we can do 59 times 7, and we can see if we get 413. And that's, I went over about checking equations and doing all the check in the algebra series in my videos. So if you found this helpful, then please don't forget to subscribe and hit the notification bell. Here is, and also you can get these worksheets on Amazon and Teachers Pay Teachers. All the links are below. They are math worksheets with visuals and give your students the math supports that they need to be successful and confident. And the goal is that after you use this, after the mini lesson and guided practice, and they practice with these visuals, hopefully eventually they'll be able to either draw the visuals themselves to help them solve the problems, or understand the patterns of what we're doing and be able to solve the problems without the visuals. Here are links to my other videos. Please check them out. Thank you.